kung may mga problem in the visuals, no, para at least kaya ko siyang maayos. Mahirap kasi. Yes, hirap akong slide. Ayaw din niya mag-present ng hindi naka-PowerPoint. So now let's go to the ethics. So sa psych testing and assessment, sa board exam, malaking part ang ethics ha, kasi most of the questions are really in ethics, mga situational questions. So if ikaw yung psychometrician, ano yung gagawin mo? Ano yung best practice, no? Ano yung kailangan natin gawin at i-avoid to maintain our practice sa isang field, no? So usually maraming mga situational questions and yung best answer. Kasi kapag nasa board exam kasi halos lahat ng choices is tama, pero you have to choose the best answer from those choices. So now let's discuss some ethical principles based from the American Psychological Association, beneficence and non-maleficence. So this means that our role as assessors or test users is for the benefit of the society or the individual. And non-maleficence, ibig sabihin, creating no harm or minimize the harm or the risk for our clients. Next, we have fidelity and responsibility. Sige, can you read this one, Alex, no? Basahin mo lang.
The Simon lamp is a stylish and functional lighting option, often featuring adjustable brightness and color
Alexa,
settings.
stop.
It's great for creating the...
Sorry. Sorry na. Ayun na si Alexa kasi. Okay, sige. Alright, Lex. Natawa ako. Just go.
Fidelity and responsibility establish relationships of trust, upholding professional standards of conduct, cooperate with other professionals if needed to serve the best interest of the client, and strive to contribute their professional time, compensated or not.
Okay, yeah. So fidelity, diba? It means loyalty. It means... Natawa ako, Diyos ko. Ayan. Okay. Move on tayo. Snap out of it na. Okay, sige. So fidelity, it means that you have to maintain your loyalty. So responsibility then, ito naman is to serve the best interest of our clients, usually. So ang fidelity kasi mostly you have to give an informed consent, especially if you're doing testing, no? Sino ba talaga yung dapat na makabasa nung psych results? Yung result or yung report na gagawin mo. That is fidelity. Okay? So it also means loyalty, but at some point, some psych reports kasi kailangan ding i-mandate ng court. So minsan, kailangan nating sabihin na yung results na to, it can be mandated or it can be kumbaga, requested siya by the court. So part din siya, no, ng ethics natin. Let's go to integrity. So for integrity, Theo, please read to promote accuracy.
Integrity. Promote accuracy, honesty, and truthfulness.
Okay, so usually, integrity is regardless whether kung ano yung mga biases natin towards our client, we have to maintain the veracity the accuracy of the psych results, no? Kung ano yung naging score niya talaga, we have to report that honestly as possible. We have to be truthful, no? That is integrity. So, I guess alam niyo yung meaning niya, no? So, you have to be honest and truthful. Justice. So, let's read this one. Basahin natin. Sige. Christian, let's read justice here.
Fairness and justice to all person to access and benefit from the contribution of psychology.
Okay. So justice class, it means that regardless of the person's background, regardless of their socio-economic status, they should be able to have the fair treatment, no? Hindi dapat mahirap at mayaman, merong disparity between that, no? Dapat parehas lang regardless of their status and their educational background. We should be fair at all costs, no? Then of course, respect for people's rights and dignity. So it means that everyone has the right to have a private, confidential, no, na test taking. They have the right on the confidentiality ng kanilang psych results. And self-determination, it means that whenever we have clients that are depressed, no, it doesn't mean that we could label or tag them as depressed. Or when our clients have low IQ, automatically our judgment is bugo sila, or they have lacking IQ, they are imbecile, or what's the word or term it is. We should always remember that they have dignity, always. And they have the right for self-determination, that they could evolve and change. You got the point? So they could change, they could become better, they could improve. Okay? So ethical issues happen, and yes, it does not mean na kapag nakapag-violate tayo ng ethical principle, automatically kulong tayo. It's just a standard of practice ba that we can follow as psych professionals. This is more of like a guideline. It doesn't necessarily mean na lahat nito kapag meron tayong nalabag dyan, automatically jail time or merong punishment, no? But of course, kung sobra-sobra na, then your license can be revoked, no? And you might have some consequences. Okay, so okay, you can read more of this one. I'm just focusing on the importance. Now, let's go to competence. So psychologists and psych professionals should understand the boundaries of their competence. So sometimes you need to underwent trainings, education, experience pa before you could actually practice it. But there are times, class, that kapag kulang yung ganong klaseng service, we are forced and we are compelled to assist because sino yung mag-take charge nung ganun kapag kailangan. Example, wala kang experience in handling trauma. Tapos nagkaroon ng talagang trauma talaga, no? Nagkaroon talaga ng incident, nagkaroon ng earthquake or mga ganyan. And wala kang knowledge in doing psychological first aid. But given with your background in psychology, you could act as long as you make reasonable effort to obtain the competence required just to ensure that the services were not denied to those communities. So we can act. And it's very important then that we know our limitations. And at the same time, we can refer to it. Kung pwede tayong makapag-refer, we can refer to another person who can do that one, no? So mahalaga din 'yon. Na may klase 2:30 wala. Wala. Very good. So I could have more time, no? So when assuming forensic roles, they must be familiar with the judicial rules governing their roles. So class, no, our practice has been used in a lot of fields, like sa forensic, sa clinical, no? Sa forensic mong good, it's more of the legal cases, no? That's what I am doing right now. I'm learning more about applying psychology in the legal aspect, that our profession can be used and is trusted siya ba by the court. Kay lagi, di ba, we are trying to have a professional opinion of the person, and through testing, we can make it more objective, scientific, evidence-based, multi-method approach and all. So, mas naatay credibility na makapag interpret sa isa ka person kung kinsa bagid siya. Let's say, annulment, no? It does require expert witnessing, like a psychologist, like someone who is in the field. For VAUSI cases, no? For juvenile delinquency, the mga child in conflict with the law, we can assess them, we could interview them. But class, testing is just one part of the pie. But testing has a huge part of the pie, even though one part lang siya sa pie, sa assessment. Aside from testing, we can conduct interviews, behavioral observations, mental status examinations, no, yung mga bagay na yon. But testing has a huge part of the pie because kahit subjective man, meron pa ring objective part, which is the testing part, no? So that's what makes your psych report credible, because it's a combination of subjective data and objective data through test. Okay, so I hope you are getting so far the value of testing and the such. So I want to highlight also the multiple relationships with the client. Why do you think dual relationships or having multiple relationships with your client not ethical in the practice? Might it be sa counseling or sa testing? Ano ba mga pwedeng mangyari? Yaw. Because nag-ask mo good ko sa lawyer. Nag-ask ko sa mo ang trainer. Ako, sir, pwede ba sir na ako'y friend sir ba na ginapa-assist ko niya sa yahang annulment case, pwede ba ko mag-act as psychologist para sa yahang? And he said no, kay dual relationships daw. Why is it not recommended? Sige daw. Okay, Theo, yes.
Kasi considering po, sir, na may previous relationship na po kayo, nag-form na po siya ng bias or favoritism towards that client.
There is a bias, that is right. And your judgment will be colored. Diba? Your judgment will already be colored. Kung baga na kay preconceived notion of the person. So, more likely, your loyalty will also become questionable, because in the clinical practice, our service is to our client, but in the forensic practice, our service is to the court, is to the judge. Ang loyalty natin nasa judge, hindi siya sa client. That's the main difference. Okay? In the forensic kasi, dapat talaga legal kasi siya no? Mas malaki yung kanyang impact. Sa clinical kasi, na practice, what I've learned is, ang focus niya is for intervention. Is for allowing our client sa well-being niya. Pero, sa forensic naman, ang focus niya is to know the facts, understand better the situation. Hindi tayo therapist ng clients natin. We are assessing for us to understand what is really happening. Ano ba yung case? Bakit sila naghiwalay? Bakit may psychologically incapacity? Bakit merong insanity? Bakit hindi ganun ka concrete yung judgment niya in committing that crime? So we are going to look and dig more into the facts. So ganun siya ka hirap or ka-critical. So critical now let's go to the human relations, multiple relationships. Psychologist is in the professional role with the client, at the same time is in another role with them. So hindi siya ethical. Hindi naman sa bawal, pero hindi lang siya ganun ka encouraged, no? So they should refrain from entering, especially when it could impair the objectivity and competence or effectiveness. So again, how many years dapat before magiging official kayo, no? Or before mo maging jowa si client? Example, ikaw yung psych niya, no? Ilang years yon if alam niyo yung ganung ruling? na na-end na yung therapeutic relationship before you could engage in a relationship with your client? Do you know the number of years? By ethics? No? So that is how many years? 2 years, no? Use your microphone if ever you want to answer. I cannot read kasi your comments. So next is psychologists shouldn't seek professional role when personal, scientific, professional, legal, financial, or other interests could impair their objectivity could lead to exploitation. So it's best that whenever you have a bias in something, let's say meron kang bias sa mga rape victims. Syempre, 'di ba pag rape victim, automatically some people have a bias na always villainized yung lalaki or the other party. But for me, I understand that it's not always that case. You have to understand that over the span of time, kailangan mo ring malaman ano yung mga patterns of behavior ng babae that might lead on the physical abuse. But of course, abuse is talagang real thing siya and it's not acceptable. But as a forensic psychologist, I do understand that there are also times or there are tendencies na baka meron ding contribution si babae bakit siya na-abuse ng lalaki, especially if they're a married couple. Do you understand, Mike? 'Di ba? Do you understand? Hindi lang always na ganun lang na kawawa ito, no? So lahat ng facts kailangan aayon dun sa babae. We also have to understand her tendencies to become irrational, her tendencies to become erratic. Do you understand that one? So, kailangan mas maging keen tayo in looking for those kasi facts yung hinahanap natin. And again, we're serving the court and not the client. Okay, so next, we also work hand in hand together with other professionals. They trust us because they believe that we have the knowledge and background for this. So we also have to do the part well. So for legally incapable, they must provide appropriate explanation. Assent form ang tawag kapag bata. And to consider the client's preferences and the best interest and to obtain permission from a legally authorized person. So kapag example niya na is releasing of results. Tapos hindi yung client mismo yung pupunta sa'yo. So pwedeng yung wife. So kailangan siguro, the best practice is you have to make a call on the client na yung wife niya ang kukuha ng psych results niya. That is the best practice. Gets nyo? So kailangan muna ma-confirm din, no? Na in behalf of him, his wife will get the results. If court ordered, they must inform the nature of the services, whether it is court order or mandated, as well as the limits of confidentiality before proceeding. This is important because, di ba, yung confidentiality, siya lang yung may right na maka-access ng results. But if court mandated siya, let's say, yung mga cases na ganon, like annulment, cases of criminal behavior, abuse and all, pwede kasing ipatawag or pwede siyang kunin sa korte at gamitin sa court. Okay? Next, part to lahat ng informed consent. Dapat nandun lahat, nakalagay sa informed consent, yung mga ganitong bagay. And they should sign it and understand it. So, yun yung mga limits of confidentiality. Na-mention ko yun sa inyo. Ano nga yung limits natin of confidentiality? Yung tatlo nga. What are those? Give me one. Kapag may, ano yung mga limits natin of confidentiality? Wherein we can already break confidentiality. Sige daw. Give me one. Ethan, give me one. Limits of confidentiality. If you can remember.
Limits of confidentiality.
That we can breach the confidentiality if these are present. The situations are present. Like.
I suppose like forceful methods, making sure that we are not distressing the client.
Okay. Okay. Sige. Let's try Riza. You're raising your hand na. Balmes, sige.
Ano
Riza?
sir, ano ng harm sa ano po sa client sir?
Okay, yeah, good. So there is harm involved already or violence already, no? When there is violence, abuse already, we could disclose, we could report already without the consent of the client. Another is self-harm, no? And the third one is self-harm or suicide or plans of committing a suicide. And third is there is abuse present, abuse, sexual, physical, sexual, emotional abuse that is present. So those are the three conditions that we could already divulge the information. Again, that is the law, okay? That is the law. Okay, now let's go to okay, this one. Punta tayo dito sa PAP, no? General principles, respect for dignity and persons and people. Ito naman, Psychological Association of the Philippines. Kanina kasi American Psychological yon. So meron ding version yung PAP. So ibig sabihin, we respect all individuals regardless of their culture, their the diverse backgrounds, and they have the informed consent, privacy, fairness, and justice. So this is included na in the respect for people's persons and yeah. Next is competent caring for the well-being of persons and people. So similar siya dun sa beneficence and non-maleficence. Competent caring. Next we have integrity, honesty, and truthfulness. Similar also with kanina. Next is we have professional and scientific responsibilities to the society. So our role is really to contribute and benefit the society. No? We are here to conduct the highest ethical standards, even though we are the Philippines, but you know. Okay. Okay, that is for the PAP, no? What else? They're also separate. Ay, yan, no? Psychologists do not engage in sexual intimacies with former clients or patients at least 2 years after the termination of the therapy. So you have to terminate first, then 2 years. Nga if mag-develop man jud mo sa isa't isa, then pwede mo mag-uyab, no? But you have to make sure that there is no existing therapeutic relationship na daw between the two of you. Yeah, I guess human as we are, sometimes we fall in love and we cannot control that. So I guess this is just the ethics of that, no? So now let's go to the assessment here. Ethics. Opinions written on recommendations, reports, and diagnostic or evaluative statements must be based and sufficient to their findings. So in writing results, it should be highly regarded dapat siya by the findings. Kumbaga, we have to be careful of what we write and not automatically we give conclusions agad-agad. We only provide statements after conducting examinations. That's why it's important for us to conduct not only one form of assessment, but several methods, evidence-based, multi-method approach before we can conclude that this is our findings, that that person is psychologically capable of adopting a child. Something like that. Before we can make that conclusion, it should be supported by several sources of information, multi-method approach. Informed consent, no? Except, this should be present, except that mandated siya by the law, kinukuha siya sa korte, no? Next is routinary. Ibig sabihin, always yung ginagawa to, so informed consent is no longer necessary. Kasi routinary na siya eh, no? Next is evaluating decisional capacity. What does it mean? So, Joanna, can you please read this one? If the person
If the person has a questionable capacity to, ay, sir, hindi pa makita yung,
go.
If the person has a questionable capacity to consent, it must be obtained using the language that is reasonably understandable to the person being assessed.
Yeah. So, informed consent is no longer necessary if this is the case. So, especially if the person is having psychotic symptoms, is having intellectual disability na hindi na siya makapag-judge on his own. The person is wala siya sa tamang katinuan. So, hindi na kailangan ng informed consent if that is the case. Do you understand? Questionable yung kanyang decisional capacity. The informed consent is no longer required if that's the case. Next, in the absence of the client or patient release, psychologists must provide test data only required by the law. Okay? So hindi din lahat, no? Next, this one. Please read this one. We have here okay, Isabel, please read this one. Psychological assessment techniques, this one.
Psychological assessment techniques done by unqualified persons except during training purposes, given it is supervised.
Yeah. So in your internship, of course, if you're going to be assigned in a clinical setting, you are going to be supervised by a psychologist, no, more likely someone who has that, no, who have training, and I guess that is important in doing assessment. You have to be supervised by someone, no, para talaga to ensure that you are doing and practicing what is really supposed to be practiced. Ayan, so we have learned about the ethics in therapy and assessment. We have for research, and everything is here naman din. Okay. Education and training. We have to ensure that we have the proper experiences. We have licensure, which is the minimum requirement, and there are certain certification courses and programs that could give you more training. And for me, I am taking this one kasi parang feeling ko mas magiging credible ako, mas lalawak pa yung understanding ko in doing this and that. So the licensure is just the minimum requirement, but in order for you to become more credible and more experienced, you have to underwent training and further education. So we never stop to learn. Ganun talaga, no? Okay, so meron din dito no sexual relationships with students who are in the department, agency, or training center whom psychologists have or likely to have evaluative authority. So this is for education and training. So if you are in an internship, no, you don't have, please, at any cost, do not engage in any relationship with someone who is there, no? You have to become objective always, and bawal talaga yon if magkaroon kayo ng relationship sa loob ng ini-internship ninyo. That is not ethical. You have questions, class? Okay. So, nandito din yung RA 10029 or the practice of psychology in the Philippines, the board examination mostly. And this is also kayo, no? So, yan. So, bachelor's degree in psychology, ganyan-ganyan. And we have here the Mental Health Act also in the Philippines, and other laws for child abuse, for violence against women and children, for drugs, no? Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act. Okay, for the disabled persons, maternity, and other laws. Do you have questions? So far, do you have any questions? Para at least ma-address ko siya ngayon, no? So next week kasi, we will not conduct classes next week. Focus na kayo sa assessment ninyo. Baka may questions kayo. Ayan, okay, wala. Okay, so ayan, if wala nang questions, let me just end the recording, and thank you for staying, no, even though I took some time. Sige lang, this will be recorded naman.